My mother betrayed me in court, took my cheating ex-wife's side, and tried to force me to raise her lover's child. Until the DNA test destroyed everything, I'm going to start with something that shaped my entire childhood. My mother always desperately wanted a daughter. She never hid it. When she was pregnant with me, their first and only child, she was over the moon until the ultrasound showed I was a boy. The disappointment was crushing for her, and she made sure I knew it growing up. She would tell me the story again and again. How her heart sank the moment the doctor said, "It's a boy." How she cried for days. How she had already picked out girl names and dreamed of braiding hair and buying dresses. After I was born, complications made it impossible for her to have more children. That dream of a little girl died forever, and the grief never really left her. I watched her pour all that unmet longing into my female cousins, extra hugs, bigger birthday presents, endless praise. I wasn't jealous. I understood. She loved me, but there was always this quiet ache in her that I could never fill because I wasn't the daughter she'd prayed for. Then Sophia walked into our lives. Sophia was the daughter of my mom's high school best friend, someone Mom had recently reconnected with after decades. The moment Mom met Sophia, beautiful, soft-spoken, sweet, something switched on inside her. Suddenly, this gorgeous girl wasn't just her friend's daughter. She was the daughter Mom never had. And Mom decided I was going to marry her. I was single at the time, and Mom had been trying to set me up for years, but this was different. This was an obsession. She talked about Sophia nonstop, how perfect she was, how pretty, how kind, how we were meant to be. I agreed to one blind date just to shut her up. Honestly, I went in expecting nothing. Sophia was stunning, no question. But when I asked about her goals, her dreams, what she wanted from life, her answer threw me. "I want to be a stay-at-home mom. Actually, right now I just want to be a stay-at-home wife." That was it. No career, no passions outside the home, nothing. She and her widowed mother were already living off her uncle's generosity, and she saw no problem with that lifestyle. It wasn't what I wanted at all. I wanted a partner with drive, ambition, something of her own. I told Mom politely but firmly, not happening. Mom lost it. She cried, yelled, accused me of being too picky. Then, a few weeks later, she invited me for dinner, and when I arrived, Sophia was sitting in the living room. My parents practically pushed us together, grinned like kids, and announced they were going out, leaving us to enjoy our date. It was mortifying for both of us. We laughed at the absurdity, and since we were stuck there, we talked. Sophia opened up about her church volunteering, how she spent her days helping disadvantaged kids, organizing charity drives, etc. It painted her in a different light, selfless, caring, giving. I softened. Against my better judgment, I gave her another chance. A year later, we were engaged. I just got a big promotion, money wasn't tight anymore, and both mothers, especially mine, were pressuring us hard to stop wasting time. Mom insisted on paying for a huge, extravagant wedding. She planned every detail like it was the daughter's wedding she never got to have. Sophia glowed. I told myself this could work. After the honeymoon, reality hit fast. Sophia moved in and immediately settled into full stay-at-home wife mode, except the house was rarely clean, dinner was always late or takeout, laundry piled up. She was out, helping people, until evening almost every day. She also started insisting I send monthly money to her mother, because family helps family. That had never been part of any conversation before the wedding. I tried talking to her gently, several times, but nothing changed. One Saturday, I decided to surprise her at the church where she supposedly volunteered. Nobody there had ever heard of her. My stomach dropped. The next morning, I pretended to leave for work, parked down the street, and waited. An hour later, Sophia came out dressed in tiny shorts and a crop top I'd never seen, and drove in the opposite direction of the church. I followed her to a quiet suburb, watched her park, and saw a man come out to greet her. They kissed like they'd done it 1,000 times, arms wrapped tight, then disappeared inside. I felt my whole world collapse. For the next 2 weeks, I gathered evidence like a man possessed, photos, text messages I cloned from her phone, bank transactions, everything, while pretending nothing was wrong. Then I sat her down, laid it all out, and told her I was filing for divorce. She denied at first, then cried, then begged. When she realized I wasn't budging, she and her mother showed up a week later with the bombshell. She was pregnant, and it was mine. I didn't believe it for a second. Both mothers went into overdrive, mine especially. She screamed that a real man steps up, that children fix marriages, that I should forgive one mistake, that the baby would be her granddaughter no matter what. When I still refused, she went nuclear. She threatened to testify against me in court and make sure I paid child support whether the kid was mine or not. DNA doesn't matter, family is family. And that's exactly what she did. In court, my own mother took the stand and swore Sophia's affair was emotional only. That they'd never slept together, a blatant lie. And that since Sophia and I had been intimate shortly before separation, the baby had to be mine. Sophia's mother backed her up. My lawyer fought hard, and eventually the judge ruled no permanent child support order until paternity was established after birth. Mom was livid. She told me to my face she wished I wasn't her son, that if I had any honor I'd raise the child anyway. Months later, Sophia gave birth to a little girl. We did the court-ordered DNA test. I am not the father. I sent the results to Sophia, to both mothers. And because I was done being painted as the villain, I made a public Facebook post with the lab report attached, explaining everything. The cheating, the lies, my own mother testifying against me to force me to pay for another man's child. I called out Mom directly for choosing Sophia over her own son. The backlash against my mother was instant and brutal. Relatives, friends, people she'd spent months bad-mouthing me to, they all turned. Comments flooded in calling her disgraceful, telling her she should be ashamed for abandoning her son for a cheating ex-daughter-in-law. She called me screaming that I had humiliated her, that I was a monster. My father, who had stayed quiet for too long, finally snapped. He told her if she didn't cut contact with Sophia and the baby, he was done. She refused. She had already started calling herself Grandma, sending Sophia money every month, babysitting the little girl, living the daughter and granddaughter fantasy she never got with me. Dad moved out and is now staying with me. He's filing for divorce this week. It's heartbreaking to watch the woman who raised me choose my cheating ex-wife and her affair partner's daughter over her own flesh and blood. But the mask is off. The DNA test didn't just free me from Sophia, it exposed exactly where I stand in my mother's heart. And apparently, I was never enough.
Thank you for watching my story. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Stay tuned for more real-life stories, get more experiences.